Good day, planet Earth. Michael Litten, the last DJ, playing what he wants to play and saying what he wants to say. And that guy that my good friend Peter Perkins is singing about in that great song, Better Late Than Never. Broadcasting from the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Sandbox Studios, owned by Jennifer and Mike Natchez. Got the G on the technology. And we're at an undisclosed location up in North Fulton. Super stoked to have on the show Rian Davis, that's Rian with an R-I-A-N, and Tom LaDow. Rian's sound is reminiscent of Sinatra. He's a true crooner in every sense, displaying a vocal mastery of phrasing, nuance, rarely achieved and seldom heard in today's musical landscape. Isn't that true? Not merely just a singer of songs, but an entertainer that commands the stage, not only capturing, but captivating every audience with humor and casual charm. He's got a band, the chairman of Swing, how cool is that? And brings the highest level of jazz artistry, professionalism to every performance. To be the best, you got to work with the best. It's as simple as that. That is what Rian and his band do, and that is who they are, and no one in their field does it better. And one of the best that he works with is Tom LaDow. Tom LaDow is a keyboardist, began professionally at the age of 14 as an organist for a Motown soul-style band, because he's out of Alabama, Birmingham, in the early 70s. Tom had an early interest in jazz and has been in a single combo jazz pianist all his adult life. The last 25 years, right here in the ATL, the Roswell area, which is where I met him. He continues to perform and record locally as a single, combo, and big band pianist, applies his talents supporting some of Atlanta's most popular vocalists, which would be Rian Davis.
Exactly.
Welcome, guys.
Glad to
be here.
Oh, my gosh. What a treat.
Well,
what a treat.
We're happy to be right here, right now, today with you.
Yeah.
You should write my bio. I like what you said.
I wonder who wrote that.
I don't know, but you're in contention, I tell you, for taking over the job.
I love it. So for your fans, Rian and Tom, who are legion but are growing exponentially as you guys continue to go out and roll your performances, but may not be familiar with the way we roll this show. It's a podcast, pre-recorded, live, and we like to encourage the listeners to sit back in a comfortable environment. We're here at the Sandbox Studio. What could be more comfortable?
I got my shoes. I got my shoes off. My shoes are off right now.
Oh, they're off.
Don't pan down. Don't pan the camera down, but they're off.
All right, guys, hold, cut, and get a beverage of their choice. And we are featuring one of our favorite sponsors, DrinkMate, and DrinkMate is the Carbonate Anything drink maker. So you use this little device here. It's got a little carbonator on the back, like
Whoa.
that. Kind of cool. And you can recycle that, turn it in, and they give you money back, credit towards a new thing. You just push down this little activator, and you can carbonate any beverage. And if you want to get one of these units, use the code R, as in ride, the T, Vibe, RTV20. You get 20% off.
All right.
So we love Ride the Vibe.
That's
DrinkMate on Ride the Vibe.
That's a deal.
And look at, it's color coordinated with you, Rian.
That's right. Let me well, I talked before the show.
So cheer. Oh, you and DrinkMate coordinate.
Yeah, coordinated with the DrinkMate. Can't go wrong.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much again for coming in. And it's going to be a special treat because you all are going to perform 2 songs live.
Did I know that?
I don't know.
Here at the Sandbox.
I guess we'll do it then.
And I think we should kick it off with Pennies from Heaven, performed live here at the Sandbox Studio South, and then we'll come back and chat. What do you think, y'all?
Tom, let's go.
Let's do
You
it.
guys ready?
Sounds like a good idea.
Can we get the stage crew here to change the set, please?
Yeah, come on, guys.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Let's go. Shooby-dooby. Shooby-dooby. Sha-da-da-da, do-do-be-do-do. Every time it rains, it's gonna rain lots of pennies from heaven. Don't you know that each cloud contains lots of pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling, baby, all over town. So be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. Now if you want the things you love, you gotta have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Jason Mathias, Tom LaDow.
Oh my God, that was fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Talk about that song and talk about y'all's collaboration. You guys have been working together for a long time, and also Ryan, outline where you guys are going to be performing.
Yeah, well, we brought Jason in on that tune, which is one of the players.
Yeah, Jason is an excellent saxophonist and just one of the many people that I have met since meeting this guy over here.
Yeah.
And that's where, I can't remember, it's been so many years, but it was with a guy by the name of Al Olson.
Oh, okay.
And I imagine he's still around. Have you heard anything from Al lately?
I haven't lately.
He ran a big band called Big Band Atlanta, and one way or the other, he found out about me. I think it was through my album, which I think we're playing some cuts of today.
Yes, we will. Yep.
Brushfire.
Yep.
He heard that somewhere, and it had contact information on that, and he reached out, and one thing led to another, and I went to do a rehearsal with Big Band Atlanta for a few songs they wanted me to do, and this guy was there.
Wow. On keys.
I was doing the keys for that band, and several of the players in that band are still kind of collaborate with us.
That's right. But Tom very graciously and very intelligently, I might say, heard something that night.
Yes.
And he said, I think I would like to offer my services to that young man.
Yeah.
In any way that I could be of help to him, and that's pretty much the way he put it.
How many years ago?
Well, so good gracious. Now let's see. Maybe pushing 8 years ago. But I saw. It was obvious to me the opportunity, and Ryan wasn't that well introduced in the Atlanta market.
Yeah.
And so a little selfishly, I said, "Let's
Nothing wrong with that.
I got to get this guy out in front of people.
Let's get some exposure."
And it was good for me too. I mean, it was a good street for him and a good street for us both to get on, because I was trying to get out of the up until that point, going to little places and just bringing soundtracks and having to do both hit play on the soundtrack and sing with the soundtrack, which was fine to get started, but really, if you're going to get to the next levels, you got to get live musicians with you. Yeah. And the number one thing to get is a pianist.
Ah, interesting.
Because all these guys had one. Frank Sinatra, Had Bill Miller for many years. I can't remember the name of the guy that was with Tony Bennett for many years. But these guys were their mainstays. No matter who they played with, whatever bands they played with, those guys were always with them, helping arrange, helping work with the band.
Doing the arranging.
Yeah, and it was sort of the partnership that always came with those singers. And so it was a natural to have Tom want to jump in there and me want to say, yes, let's do this. Yeah. And we've been together ever since. And Tom has the job for as long as he wants, as far as I'm concerned.
I love it.
Well, and again, I mean, I think we've exposed Ryan to the best in town, best musicians in town, and the consensus is pretty much 100%. I mean, nobody's doing it better than Ryan.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that,
Where
by the
can
way.
they see you live?
Oh, man. Well, Tom's...
First thing, I got to say, they can go to your website, RIAN Davis.
Yeah.
.band.
Yep, RyanDavis.band.
Yep.
And that will take you, because I don't necessarily remember everywhere we're going to
Yeah.
be, but like most websites have a good schedule,
listing, yes.
schedule where we're going to be,
Yeah.
and so a lot of the places we are will be up north of Atlanta.
Yeah.
A lot of wineries.
Yeah. What could be better?
I know.
Sinatra, jazz,
It
wine,
works.
or drink mate.
Yeah, yeah,
For
drink mate.
those that are non-alcoholic beverage. Did you see how I did that right?
That was great. Salute, my friend. Salute.
Even a blind squirrel.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that was probably 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
I would say we met, because Brushfire came out 2014, and shortly after that, that's when it all kind of rolled.
And you guys do, like you performed here today, as a duo, trio, or big band.
It depends. A lot of the stuff we do is Tom and I.
Yeah. Oh, just duo. Okay.
Because it's the easiest to book for people.
Right.
Works great in smaller venues.
Right.
It works great in many places, and so it's the most common.
Yeah.
So you'll see on our schedules, we're hitting a bunch of the wineries in Blue Ridge, a couple in just past Blue Ridge in Mineral Bluff.
Yeah.
We have a restaurant we go to a lot in Canton called Mama Onestas, my Canton friends.
What could be better?
Great Italian restaurant.
And I bet they dig the Sinatra stuff there.
Oh, that's how I got started.
100%.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. You hear the music playing at places like that, and I walk up to them and we say, well, would you like a live version of what you're playing? And they're like, yes. So there's a few places, and you'll see on our website our schedules where we're going to be. And then, of course, we have the bigger shows.
Yeah.
We have a gala coming up. I don't know if it's private. I don't think it is. The gala fundraiser.
It's a charity fundraiser. So for the Cherokee County Historical Society.
Historical
so
Society.
I'm sure that if you wanted to become a contributor,
There are tickets available. So it is open to the public now that I remember.
Yeah.
And so we'll be doing a show there. That's August 23rd.
Okay.
And then we'll be jumping to the Boot Barn Hall. That's a big venue we're at. And they discovered us last year there. That's out in Gainesville. And near Lake Lanier.
Yeah.
Wonderful facility, about I'm going to say 1,000 seat.
Yeah.
But we do the tables. We do like the supper club style. So it's like 500, 600 seats with the tables. And we went there and did a show last year, Sinatra at the Sands.
Yeah.
And they loved it, sold it out. They've had us back now, and we're going to be hitting that place again. We already did a show there July 5th.
I love it.
We're going to be back there October 4th.
Yeah.
And then we'll be doing a Christmas show there
Oh, cool.
December 20th.
Nice.
And that's with the big band. That's with the orchestra, the chairman of swing.
I love it. And you were just recently, if I have it right, at Mad Life? With the big
Mad
band?
Life, I was there, just a few weeks ago. And on that gig, I'm the hired singer for their house jazz band, run by Saunders Jones, the Dukes of Swing.
Yes.
And so they do a lot of shows there and have before I met them, just doing jazz and big band.
Yep.
And then, again, through Tom and through all the connections that all these jazz guys have with each other, playing in all these bands and whatnot, Saunders, who runs that band, knew of me, knew that I sang, and he goes,
It was a natural fit.
we have some crooner shows we'd like to fill the bill, and you could be the perfect one to do that. So, Mad Life, I'll be at if you know where Woodstock is, Mad Life is right there.
You're going to be back? Do you have a schedule back?
I'll be back there a few more times this year in September, and then I think we'll be doing a early Christmas show
With this Dukes of
with the Dukes of Swing, and it'll be an early Christmas show in the end of November, and maybe again, if that one goes well, we'll do a second Christmas show in December with them. So between my own band, the Chairman of Swing, our little gigs with the duo and trios and stuff, and private weddings, we have a couple of private gigs. We do private gigs, my friends. We do private shows.
So they can reach out to you at Rian, RIAN Davis .band.
Yep. You can get me through the website, and also the social media links are on there.
Yeah.
You can reach me through those links as well if you prefer.
I love it. You guys are busy.
Busy
As you well
can
should be.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to mention a couple of successful duo projects you've done. I mean, he's collaborated with some great female vocalists to do duo. So if that happens to suit your taste,
you can do that as well.
duo.
Yeah.
So we've got arrangements
What ladies?
So Gwen Hughes, for one, is we've
done stuff with
It's been on
Gwen.
your show.
Yes.
And
There's a young, wonderful singer, upcoming singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
And she has a great love for music. She hasn't just been caught up in her age group and the trends
Right.
and what everyone's listening to. She has a great appreciation for new styles, old styles, and, of course, her own original stuff. And her name is Maria Derasari. I couldn't spell that if you asked me to.
Yeah, no, that's
But
right.
it's look her
Does
up.
she have original stuff? Some
Maria
original stuff?
Derasari,
Yeah.
and she writes her original stuff. But she's a great, wonderful singer, and we have done some duet shows with her.
Well, sounds like she needs to come on Ride the Vine.
well, she certainly probably does. She's
so Maria,
busy these
if
days.
you're out there,
I don't think she would mind that one bit.
think about it.
Yeah.
Well, you have referenced a couple
And Tony
times.
Bird.
I love
yeah.
Tony. Yeah, I love Tony. She's been on Ride the Vine. We love her.
Yeah.
So you've referenced a couple times your album Brushfire.
Yes.
And I think we ought to cue up, if we could, Mr. Mike Natchez, Brushfire. We're only going to play it a couple minutes, Ryan.
If it's the song I'm thinking, only a couple minutes.
We'll only do a couple minutes because we want the listeners to go out. Can they get the albums and stuff from
Yeah,
your
if they
website?
go to the website, there's a discography or something
Yes,
there
yeah.
when you click on. They have links
and
to take
buy
you
it?
to my Bandcamp and
right.
an actual CD if you want it, folks.
Yeah.
Or you can
Come
get the
on,
digital.
y'all.
You can get the digital if you want to, but
Get the whole album.
Get the whole album.
Because we're going to talk about this whole one-off stuff, but we're only doing a couple minutes because we want to encourage you to go buy that.
Yeah.
So
But
we
they're-
will be
they're-
right back with some more great conversation
Yes.
with Ryan Davis and Tom LaDow on Ride the Vibe. If we could cue up Brushfire.
Confetti stops falling, champagne goes flat. The band has played the last song. Nothing's forever, the fruit of the vine withers, and the warm afternoons grow so cold. Brush fire starts burning like a live wire. It's so hard to control. A spark and a sizzle and a flame will catch. The fire burns quick, but how long can it last? Swirling embers, we're swept into the breeze. On carousel, horses now breaking free. Full galloping, whirlwind romance. 2 tickets for a ride that was never meant to last. But here we are, still together.
That is Ryan Davis's great song Brushfire off the album Brushfire. That's the title track. And you did that with Joe Darnell.
that
and-
was my cousin.
Yeah.
I forget what number he is first,
Yeah.
second, half, whatever cousin. But
Yeah.
he's been a musician all his life, and since I was little, he was the guy in the family that was making his own stuff, making his own music out of his home studio.
So he was like, whoa.
Well, as I got older and he saw the kind of music I was gravitating toward,
Yes.
the standards and the jazz and stuff, he saw something there, and being a creative guy like he is, he says to himself, I would like to write some songs for this guy, my cousin Ryan,
Yeah.
that fit in his style.
Yeah.
But the problem was he had no knowledge of the jazz style firsthand. He was more of the classic rock, 70s rock, 80s, even some country he dabbled in, the stuff he wrote. So what he said is, what he proposed was, Ryan, you love the music, not just sing it, so you know kind of the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Maybe we could work together. I've got some songs. You can help me arrange these in the way they should be.
Yeah.
And we'll work together. And that's what became the album Brushfire.
Wow.
And so it was a hand-in-hand project we did, and he learned a lot along the way and has since released, I think, at least two of his own jazz albums, all his own.
So you converted him from that,
I did.
that devil rock and roll.
I mean, he still has a love for all music, as I do. I like
Yes.
all styles.
Yes.
But he now has a great appreciation for the jazz classics, the Great American Songbook.
I love it.
And so it's great, yeah.
But those songs were in that style, very nicely done in that style. I mean, he and you did a good job. On
Yeah,
those.
well, he wrote them and
Those
just
are original songs.
he gave me the melodies, and then he said, "Okay, how do we turn them into a big band style?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, you know."
And you asked him to do it in a 5/4 and a Mission Impossible
for
style.
Brushfire.
Yeah.
So with that one, he had this interesting song, and I said, "Could we do this a Mission Impossible style?" That's all I threw out to him.
Right.
And we ended up, that was a 5/4 tempo, 5/4 beat.
Yeah.
And he kind of struggled with it a little bit, but I think he nailed it. By the time we got done with it, it turned out to be a very interesting style.
Yeah.
To take a theme song from Mission Impossible and turning it into a whole album, at least a whole song called Brushfire, rather than just something you would hear.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of an interesting tempo
Yeah.
to stay with for a full song.
Right.
But it worked, and we liked it, and so it has kind of a secret agent feel about it as well.
And that album, though, as I understand it, and I'm a blind squirrel, I get a nut every once in a while, but as I understand it, has a very unique story to it, Ryan. The way you put it together, the players, how you did it kind of on a bootstrap. Do I have that right?
That's right.
I mean, even close.
We knew that.
Talk about that. Flush that out a little bit.
Well,
I'll butcher it.
Joe and I knew that we wanted to do the album as real as possible. That being said, live musicians, real musicians, not all just out of the can, out of the box there's great plugins, but you can't beat live pianists, you can't beat live trumpet players, you can't beat live saxophones.
Well, that rock and roll guy, Neil Young, said live music is better. And I'd agree.
That's right. Forget AI, folks. Stick with the live people.
Yeah, please don't buy any AI music.
But but we had no budget. I think at this point, I had been doing a few things with bands now, and Tom and these people, I started to know a little bit, enough I felt, to ask them for favors.
Yeah.
So there was one guy in particular we knew that could play 7 instruments.
Yeah.
And then there was one lady we knew that happened to be a relative of Joe's that could play about 7 instruments.
Those are two nice people to have.
Yeah, well, she's amazing.
Yeah, Marla Feeney was the lady, and Ken Gregory was the guy, was the gentleman. You probably heard of Ken Gregory.
Gregory's famous recording studio guy, trumpet player, but he's been prolific in recording studio business forever around Atlanta.
Yeah.
So what we did was we bartered with them.
Yeah.
What can we do for you?
Yeah.
For you to give us, like Marla playing strings, but she had to be the string section, so she had to play 5 strings for 5 people, or she had to play. We had to duplicate all these. So when you hear the album, when you hear what sounds like a big band orchestra, which is what we want you to think, it's actually just 2 people playing the majority of all the instruments, and we're stacking them, and then Joe filled out the bass and drums because he was a bass and drum player.
Yeah.
And any little bells and whistles like keyboard stuff just for sound effects and stuff like that, we'd fill out. But for the most part, it was 2 people doing this big band sound.
Yeah.
But we don't want you to know that. Pretend I didn't say that. We want you to think.
So go buy that album and check it out.
We want you to think it was a room full of guys.
All those musicians.
Yeah, all those 2-3 musicians.
And we bartered. We cleaned their houses. We painted their fences. Joe did a mural at Marla's studio. She had a little studio where she teaches people violin and saxophone. So we just gave of our efforts and abilities to pay for what they could do, and we got a pretty darn good album out of it.
I love it.
Yeah,
not pretty darn good. Really darn good. Really excellently darn good. But you are multi-talented.
That's what I hear.
You also do illustrations.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing that probably longer than even singing, because I think the first thing you can do is draw, right? On crayons on walls and stuff. So, yes.
I want to talk about your creativity, but I want to talk about this I'm seeing it first.
Well, look at what you have there.
I know. Have you even seen?
I
this,
haven't
Rian?
even seen it
Look
until.
At this. So this is Jack Mack, and this is the toy of the year. This is the first in a series by the amazing Scott McDonald, if I have that right.
That's the author. Yes.
That is the author, and then you illustrated it. So I just want to show some of these if we could.
Wow. Boy, that's an eye catcher too.
I know, it's unbelievable.
You see that? You see that in the bookstore? You're gonna go right towards it.
Look at this. So
That's
I'm
beautiful.
Just gonna fumble my way through a couple of these pages.
Yeah.
Look at that. And I'm seeing it, and you're seeing it for the first time, I think, aren't you? And we have in the studio Scott McDonald.
Scott McDonald was, I guess he must have got the word out about this thing we're doing today. And
how in the world did that? They'll let anybody in this studio. And it's hard to find.
There he is, about there.
Because we don't let anybody in. This is too cool. So talk about this. This is the first, as I understand it, in a series that's going to be it's Jack Mack, the Bubble Bath King.
Bubble Bath King.
And there'll be 19, and you've illustrated 2 or 3, as I understand.
That is the plan. That is the hope. Scott McDonald, well, I mean, he could tell you much better than I could, but we
have no room on the stage,
and we don't have 2 days because he's got 2 days worth of just all
You'll
his.
have to come back, and you can do music to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all his life he has for many years of his life. This is sort of something he's been dreaming about doing for a long time, many years.
Very bright light. I just met him tonight. Very bright light.
But it's like one of those things you have sort of on the back of your mind and. Will you ever get a chance to see it come to fruition? Is it just one of those things that you just dream about? But, well, he was able to, at some point, meet with a few people, and one of them was my cousin, another cousin, not Joe Darnell, but another one. Yeah. And that cousin knew that I grew up drawing and illustrating, one of my things I like to do. And he said to the author, Scott McDonald, he said, my cousin Ryan is a great illustrator, great drawer. You should contact him. Yeah. He did. And so the rest is history. I mean, it led to a long time of drawing these when I could, when my schedule would allow it. Yeah. And these are all hand-drawn pictures. Yeah. So nothing computer, nothing digital. So it had to be done by hand and then transferred into digital to be put into a book format like we see here. Yeah. And
once again, we'll just show that.
It's like
one more time.
It's like the classic.
Do my Vanna White.
It's like the classic style of animation, illustration that you might see in an old book that you remember growing up, where everything was done by hand, right? Yeah. And it has a great look about it because he has a different world. Jack Mack has his real world, and it just has very neutral colors, very plain, not black and white, but when he goes into this world that he discovers that is under his feet.
The Bubble Bath King.
And I won't say too much about that, but it's kind of like The Wizard of Oz. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. When Dorothy gets into the Oz
and then it turns
and the door opens up.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden this great vivid world explodes in front of you and in front of Jack Mack. He discovers it along with you as you read.
Where can they get this, Ryan?
Well, there is. I think he has a link to a website, and there might even be if he's here today. If he's here today, he probably brought some graphics with him.
So we're gonna play a song, and then we'll find that out, and we'll get back to you in just a minute.
Okay.
How about that?
I think that's a good idea.
What about I've Got a Crush on You?
You do?
No.
Say you need to get in line there, my friend.
I've Got a Crush on You, and we're going to play that off your live CD, Sinatra at the Sands.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back and find out where people can get this book.
That sounds like a good idea.
Let's cue up I've Got a Crush on You, Mr. Natchez.
Good.
How glad the many millions of Annabelles and Lillians would be to capture me. But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. I'm your big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I shall never know. It's not that I'm attractive, but how my heart grew active when you came into view. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, I never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you cool? Could you care for a lovely? Would you like to meet later on this week? Pick up some furniture. We could share the world. We'll pardon my mush, 'cause I have got a crush, my baby, on you.
You are back on Ride the Vibe. Michael Litten, the last DJ, and we have such an amazing research staff here at the Sandbox Studio South. Mike Natchez, Jennifer Natchez, G, that we now have the information. Ryan, I have the front. You want to do the back?
You got, okay. That's
So
camera?
this is the UR code that you can get to, and you can get to it through the website, Jack Mack, the Bubble Bath King. But go to the UR code. That's the better way to do it.
The Q and the R.
And the R. And we'll post that somewhere. I don't know. I'll Natchez will do that. But he's a wizard at that stuff. So that's awesome.
We got a smart audience. They can find their way. And it
Well,
makes...
good point.
it
Because
makes
they
the-
listen to your music.
That's right. So, yeah, my crowd, they know their ins
They're
and outs.
smart.
Anyone who listens to Ryan Davis and reads the books he's a part of are smart people.
Are you going to put some music to this?
Well, funny thing you say that.
Bubbles? I hear bubble. I hear some piano bubbles.
Yeah, I think
Piano
in that
bubbles.
song.
Now there you
Maybe-
go. Piano bubbles.
maybe
Like
something.
Art Linkletter?
Maybe something from Lawrence Welk would work
Yes.
here.
Oh, yeah. Lawrence
Champagne.
Welk, not Art Linkletter.
I can't do the pop, but yeah.
And on that track we just heard, back to your music. Enough about Jack Mack. We love Jack Mack, but we got to get back to Ryan Davis. On that album, or that track, live album, Sinatra at the Sands.
Yeah.
That's Tom LaDow on keys.
He that was the show that we did. When was that?
You were at the
It
ball
was,
ground.
it was September.
Yeah, that was
October 15th is what I have on my
That
notes.
was well.
Okay.
We did two there. We did two. You're thinking about the one we did the last time at Boot Barn, but the very first time we did it, and the one that album is recorded from,
Yep.
was in a winery which we still go to called the Feathers
Feather
Edge Vineyards.
Yep.
And that was done in early October or somewhere in October.
October 15th is
Okay.
what you told me.
A beautiful night. We got lucky too because
2021?
that's about right.
Yeah.
And Mike Natchez, he was there engineering it and recorded that.
That's unbelievable. the
Isn't that
time.
funny?
Yeah. the time.
And I haven't been able to shake loose of him ever since. He's just been a thorn in my side.
And now here you are in his beautiful studio.
Or Feather's Edge. We're going to be there in a couple
yeah,
weeks.
it's all this stuff connects. So Mike did the live recording, multi-track recording of that show.
Yeah.
It went off fantastically.
Yeah.
He did. He gave me the files. He did some pre-mixing a little bit to it.
Yeah.
And then he dumped those pre-mix files into my hands. I did the final mixes to everything and turned into a wonderful CD.
It's a long. I mean, it's substantial.
It's
not just like 4 songs. It's like
It's a
what?
full show.
It's
Yeah.
the whole show, and I
Yeah.
even add, the show was actually there's a lot of talking back and forth with the crowd.
Yeah.
I had to cut a lot of some of that stuff out just to
Right.
fit it onto a CD.
Yeah.
But I left a little bit of the in-betweens and
Yeah.
the talking so that you get a sense of like you were there if you couldn't come to the show.
And did you follow Sinatra at the Sands? But like,
Pretty much just like you would have been there in
Yeah.
1966 in Vegas. Now, we did add a few extra special touches. We did like Luck Be a Lady.
yeah.
Because why not? And I think some of Sinatra's bonus albums that came out later that was included
was
as
on there, yeah.
because he did a lot of shows there, and so
Yeah.
we threw that in there and had a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
and Tom, you hear on that song we just did. Tom's
Yes.
playing the piano on that show, and
Yeah.
but that's a great show to do. People love the Sinatra at the Sands album generally,
Yes.
and so it's an automatic to do it
Yeah.
as a live performance.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the show when we go back to the Boot Barn, like I mentioned in
Yeah.
October 4th. That's the show we'll be doing again.
Wow.
So if you missed it, folks, and you don't have the album yet, and you want to see what it's like in person,
Yeah.
come get and see us at the October 4th show at the Boot Barn.
The New York Times in 1930 predicted that crooning would be just a passing fad. This is 1930.
How dare they?
I know. The newspaper printed, they sing like that because they can't help it. Their style is begging to go out of fashion. Crooners will soon go the way of tandem bicycles, mahjong, and miniature golf.
95 years later, here we
wrong?
are.
Why has it not gone out? Why is Sinatra still, and your rendition of or your interpretation of him, why is it so popular still?
Well, I mean, I'm just one man, one opinion about it, but I think it's a combination of a couple things. One, the great American jazz standards, the great American songbook.
Yeah.
Those are timeless.
Mm-hmm.
And those songs are one of a kind.
Yeah.
You don't hear songs like that written today unless you buy Brushfire. Of course, you'll hear something kind of close. We tried to,
which they should.
They should, but those songs are of a different era, and it's not that we can't go back and do songs like that. It's just they're just not done. And so they're just
part of it because you can't get a big band, too expensive. Even if you find two people that can do 7 instruments each.
Well, and it's a very difficult. I mean, this is not. Great crooners make it look so easy. It is extremely difficult to pull off that perfectly musical, well-timed, timeless sound. Yeah. And many great vocalists from all genres have tried and failed. But
so
that's.
I think you put.
Would you agree with Ryan, Tom, on?
Well, when you put, that's the second part of what I was going to say. The first part is the great music, the great songs that have been written by these great arrangers and orchestrators and writers. You combine that with some great vocals. You put them together because crooning is, like Tom said, it is hard to do. Yeah, it's a hard way to sing. I would say, it's probably the next step down from opera. In terms of the demand, what it takes to do it, and how you can pull it off and make it look like it's easy.
Easy, to Tom's point.
It's tough to sing. And if you can find someone who knows what they're doing, whether a man or a woman doing the style, those two, when you marry the great vocals with the great songs, I think it's some of the best. And it's some of the best music combinations you'll ever hear. And so it's a natural. So people ask me, why this music? Yeah. And I say, because I've got taste. No, it's just.
And you're so humble, damn it. How can that be in one package, Tom? What's the answer to that?
Yeah, I don't know. Been working on that.
Humility is one of my better qualities. I brag about that more than most.
What's the makeup of the audience, demographically?
Tom, what would you say?
Well, so you might think that it's everybody in the greatest generation, but which are almost all gone now. But we still fill up, a 1,000-seat auditorium with people from 9 to 92. I mean, it's
a mix.
That's what I'm finding. It's the same way.
So it's timeless. The music basically timeless.
It cuts through all generations and all ages, and that's what I found it when I was a youngster. I was listening to what my friends were listening to, as you will, kind of it's like wearing the same clothes and doing the cool things that everybody's doing. Music's the same way. It's like a fad. It's like a fashion. Yeah. But once you kind of break out of that, get a little bit older, and you start looking into this other music that's out there, and there's a lot of it, folks, a lot of styles of music. You start discovering your own taste and your own likes. And when I found this music, I'm like, okay, I like this stuff. I like it. And so other young folks can hear the music, and they will get exposed the same way that I did. And I find that when they hear it, when they get in a position where they can hear it, they love it. Yeah. And so at our shows, we see all ages. Yeah. And even people that walk up to us and say, I'm into the Southern rock, the Leonard Skinner. Yeah. But my grandmother played this whenever I'd visit them. So it harkens back to memories of all people. Yeah. And it's enjoyed by all people because of that. Because one song, "Fly Me to the Moon," or
"Pennies from Heaven,"
"Pennies from Heaven," it's a song they remember somewhere, and so they enjoy it.
Or "Be Mine," which we're going to cue up. Now, this is a live version, but it's also off your Brushfire album.
So you can get the recorded version on the Brushfire album. It's on there.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to play the one I think you're going to hear,
Yes.
it is a live version we did at a Valentine's concert we performed
Sandy Springs?
this year, this Valentine's Day.
Pack? What is Pack? What
That is
That's Performing Arts Center, the
yes,
Sandy
yes.
Springs Performing
Tom knows.
Arts Center.
Yeah, tell him about
Yeah,
that
I mean,
place real
you know,
quick.
well, state of the art venue. I mean, absolutely first class.
And it's
world
relatively big, right? I mean,
yes, it's a huge theater and multiplex.
It's got the
but-
private boxes
but,
and
I
the
mean, these are
balconies.
world touring artists that come through there all the time. Very rare when you have local musicians
that can get to that.
that can
and
get
it was a
that
privilege.
level.
Wow, I love it. Well, let's hear Be Mine. Again, we're only playing 2 minutes, but you all can hear the studio version on Brushfire when you go buy that from Rian, R-I-A-N Davis.band. We'll be right back.
Standing there for bus number 3, I heard someone behind me. They were digging through their pockets, looking for the fare. So I turned around, and to my surprise, that same pretty girl, she gave me a smile. Lucky for me, I had a token to spare. Oh, she was beautiful, with her deep brown eyes. Oh, so beautiful, like a wedding bride. Maybe she wants to be someone's Valentine. Oh, baby, be mine. You're so beautiful. Are your lips like wine? Just to have one taste would be so divine. You were meant to be my Valentine. Oh, just say you'll be mine, my darling. Say you'll be mine. My Valentine.
You are back on Ride the Vibe. Michael Litten, the last DJ, playing what he wants to play, saying what he wants to say. Shout out to the late great Tom Petty. And in this case, playing Be Mine, that was exclusive, y'all. That was the live version performed at the Valentine's concert at Sandy Springs Pack in 2025. And I understand it's going to be on an album. Talk about that, Mr.
Well,
Ryan.
that's why it is an exclusive. Now, the song is out on Brushfire as the
Yes.
recorded version.
Yes.
But we did that Valentine's show at that wonderful facility. That was just a marvelous place.
Yeah.
And it was multi-track recorded for us.
Yeah.
And all those files were dumped again into my lap. Now, I have a own private home studio.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll take on work with that.
Yes.
But I have the ability to do a lot of mixing and editing and helping make albums.
Yeah.
They dumped those files from that show into my lap, and I am in the process of working to turn that into a live Valentine's Day show album.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll call it yet, from that show. Yeah. And one of the cuts from that will be Mine, that's one of the first ones I finished mixing, and that was it right there.
I love it.
No one's heard a live version, you know.
How cool is that on Ride the Vibe at the Sandbox Studio South? We love that.
And that's what you get when you come to a Ryan Davis show, what you're hearing
You get
there.
exclusive stuff, and Tom was on that track.
Tom
right?
was playing on that. In fact, I think on that song he was playing electric piano, right? For that particular song.
I might have been,
Yeah.
but it was awfully nice playing that 9-foot concert Grand Steinway
Yeah.
that night too.
So he was there during
So
that
you
show.
went back and forth, Tom?
Yeah, well, mostly on the Steinway.
He was there on that show. So that album, when it does come out,
Yeah.
any of the keys will be Tom.
Wow.
Right here. This my left-hand man or my right-hand man, depending on which side he is on.
Yeah. I love it. And Tom, you and I met In Roswell, you were doing a live in Roswell.
We were both Roswellites, I guess.
I know. We
before
were
I moved-
deep in the Roswell.
Right,
You were doing
right.
music on the hill.
Yeah, well, we did music on the hill. We did
Yeah.
a live after 5. A
Yeah,
lot,
all that.
so did a lot of music, a lot of different bands there.
Well,
Now-
you know where I met Jennifer and Mike Natchez? It was at the Food Truck Friday at Riverside Park in Roswell. You had the jazz combo there, and I've got the name, jazz. What was the name?
Well, so we had the Jazz Jones Legacy
Jones,
there.
yes. Jazz Jones
And,
Legacy.
We've had we've had various bands there, but that was one of the venues that I promoted
Yeah.
at that point.
That was
And-
BR
Yeah.
before Ryan.
Yeah.
right.
And he invited up the T-Tones. And I'm like, what the heck, the T-Tones? So energetic and fun, and they're, and then the thing is, Ryan, they went into the audience after their performance and introduced themselves to everyone in the audience. And that's how I met Jennifer. Isn't that
Wow.
cool? And then it was in 2018, the same year, I'm at Music on the Hill, which Tom is promoting, and it's a Carla Harris show. Love Carla Harris. And we got 3 songs in, maybe.
Yeah.
Tom's on keys, 3 songs in,
Yeah.
and the heavens opened up. And she had Bobby Torres, friggin' Bobby Torres, flown in all the way from Seattle. Bobby Torres was on stage at Woodstock with Joe Cocker, y'all. And it got rained out.
Oh my
It was a
that's
shame.
Yeah, but that's where I met Mike and Damian Natchez doing the
Well,
sound.
I mean, Mike's been a tremendous resource for any kind of a production back of house, and we've got with Ryan. I mean, it just seems to have followed all the way
all
through.
the way around. I know. So it's a natural that he's got the same.
We
heart.
can't shake him loose, and we don't
we
want
don't want to.
to.
I know exactly.
So here we are.
I've even done something with the T-Tones. They opened up one of these shows. I think it was the show that he engineered on. They warmed the crowd up, you know. So-
and then because it's kind of a natural.
Yeah, yeah. They sing the songs that work right within the genre of what I'm doing, and so yeah, I know the tones, the T's, all of them.
I think I know some of the answer probably to this, but talk about we're in a landscape with music where it's all one-off now. I think everybody's just doing singles,
and more singles.
Yeah. Why is that? I mean, I think I know, but that doesn't fit this. Why? You're an album guy. Talk about the commitment to that.
I guess it's just the way I've always thought about it, and of course the music that I like and listen to, they're albums. It's like
they didn't do. It's not. I guess he did singles.
I mean, they would do
45s, but
they
not-
would do the 45s, the A side, B sides,
Yeah.
and they would float those out there, maybe a little bit of a head as a little
Yeah.
promotion of the album.
Yeah.
But those are always a part of some album that was coming.
Right.
That would be out there. You know,
It just wasn't a one-off.
and fortunately though, vinyl is kind of the
coming
thing.
back.
It's
Yes.
been around, as we know, for many decades.
Yeah.
I guess century now.
Yeah.
But each generation discovers these things for new.
Yeah.
So now vinyl's new and cool and hip and
back.
interesting. And although it's not beating the singles,
Yeah.
the digital stuff,
Yeah.
in terms of physical media,
Yeah.
it's now number one. CDs
Is
are
it over? Yeah.
yeah.
CDs are.
CDs
just
are
kinda-
out, but here's the
yeah.
thing. Vinyl's number one, and
Yeah.
now even cassettes are coming back to some way.
What is up with that?
It's just a new thing for some generations. It's like
Because I got a whole bunch of cassettes and they're
Yeah.
all worthless.
Right.
Because they've
I wouldn't dare
disintegrated.
play
Yeah.
No, they can't. No, they're terrible.
cassettes were probably one of the worst
Well,
medias.
8-tracks. I started with 8-tracks. They were terrible.
Yeah.
you'd be listening to Thick as a Brick, and then in the middle of the track, it's cut into 4. Yeah, it's
But
terrible.
if it's new to you, then
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's
cool,
new,
and
right.
so that's why.
Are you going to release? You got stuff on CD, obviously.
So I have stuff on CD. I would love to put re-release the Brush Fires onto vinyl. I've had people ask me about that,
Yeah.
and anything else we might do. But
Yeah.
it is a little bit more money to press the records, to press
Right.
the vinyl. There are some companies now that can do press as on demand. That's kind of different.
Yeah.
I'm
Press on demand meaning quantity wise.
quantity because it's you always have to get the more you get,
Yeah,
the less
right,
it is per. But you still have to hit a certain threshold.
Right.
But there are some companies who are looking into doing press on demand,
Yeah.
which is sort of like, let's say you're going to a concert coming up and you know there's going to be X number of people there,
Figuring you
and
get-
you might figure a certain amount of sales, so you can call them up and say, "Can you press me 25?
Yeah.
Just 25."
Are you old
they'll do
school enough that you're selling merch at your?
I'll bring CDs to the
actual
show.
physical merch.
I'll bring CDs to the
You
show.
Also, if you don't go to ryandavis.band to buy it, you can get it at the show.
Yeah, you can. So my stuff is available online. I've got a Bandcamp page, and that's all at the website, folks. Go to the website, and you'll see a discography or something there, and it has links to where.
And when they come to your show, you got physical merch.
We bring that as long as supplies last, and then if we need more, we order more.
I love it. Well, what about Love Me?
What about Love Me?
Off of Brushfire. Should we cue that up, Mr.
I think
Natchez?
we should. It's a great song, especially, and it works for any time of the year or what's going on in the world. Yeah. Because there's always something going on in the world. There's always.
Well, we need more love.
We need more love. So this song works.
I love it.
Just love me, baby. No, just love me. That's all I want you to do.
All right. Well, we're going to hear a little Love Me, and we'll be right back.
This world is a mess. It's falling apart. A little bit more each and every day. All of it crumbles, rust and stains, warps and breaks, shrinks and fades away. And it's all going up in flames. That's what they tell us. With greenhouse gas and acid rain. The glaciers melt and the lava flows. Man, it blows when the romance goes astray. You know, a bud among the thorns has just a moment for its beauty to blossom, and then it withers and it's gone. I need you to love me, babe. I need something that can last. I need you to love me, yeah, in a world that changes fast. Oh, love me far beyond this moment. Love me well beyond the trend. Till our passion burns away like ashes, and then rises from the ashes again and again and again. Love me. There's a place in my heart. Charred and
You are back on Ride the Vibe. That was Love Me off of Brushfire, Ryan Davis' album, which is awesome.
It is. I would agree.
I mean,
Great
yeah,
album.
I didn't think you'd disagree.
No.
Tom, would you agree?
No, I absolutely agree.
I tend to like the stuff I do.
Talk a little bit about you've referenced a couple cousins,
Yeah.
but talk about just touch on a little bit your upbringing.
The family.
Family. Yeah, talk about your family. Because you got a great family. You started very young playing with Barbara Mandrell and all those people.
I was born awfully young,
Yes.
and had mom and dad. They were like,
He's good like that. He's a comedian. Isn't
I had a mom and a dad. They were both like parents
He'd
to
have fit
me.
right into the Rat Pack, wouldn't he, Tom?
Right.
They were like, what to you?
I had a mom and dad. I say they were both like parents to me. My
Oh,
mom
good.
and
All
dad.
right. Good. Are they still alive?
Yes, they are.
Good. All right,
But,
Mom and Dad.
Hey, how you doing?
Shout out.
But yeah, it was a musical family.
Yeah.
So both my mom's side and my dad's side, there was music all the time.
Yeah.
And so it was a natural when we came along, my brothers and me. That
Yeah. How many siblings?
So there's 4 boys,
Yeah.
counting me,
Wow.
and 1 girl.
Oh my God.
So we have 5 total.
God bless your sister.
Yeah, and so she had the best of as far as
She's the youngest, oldest.
she's the youngest
Oh,
and
sweet Jesus.
the only girl.
Oh boy.
So can you imagine? Do you think she got away with a little bit more than we did
Maybe so.
by the time she came along?
Are you the oldest? Where do you fall?
I'm right in the smack in the middle.
Okay.
I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah.
But
Look, he's just got a song in his heart, doesn't he, Tom?
That's it. That's it.
You can't
that's
stop
right.
him.
That's right. But yeah, so my dad.
When did you start? You were like 5.
I was like
Remember
4.
first-
Well, probably he started training us. He said I was probably about 4 when he
like
started.
an Osmond Brothers training or the Jackson 5?
It's
kinda
more like an
training?
Osmond thing. That's the way
Okay.
my dad was sort of inspired by
Okay.
their how they did things, and he
Yeah.
read about how their dad would work with the
Yeah.
boys in the Osmond family.
Not the Beach Boys, because I understand their dad was a little bit of a.
Well, yeah, that's right. But my dad, he could be strict in certain circumstances, which we needed because we'd get the giggles. My brothers and me would get the giggles, and
during performance,
during especially if we're in studio time.
Yeah.
And you got back in the day that was on time, because everything was analog and going to tape.
Yeah.
So you can't waste that stuff, and you got to be on point when you're ready. So once you start laughing, now when kids start laughing sometimes.
Yeah, and it goes through the whole.
So
group.
Dad sometimes had to put his serious face on, but it was great because we liked it, and he always never pushed us. He says, if you boys want to do this, I'm right here.
Yeah.
You want to practice, I'm right here. And so we didn't practice often, but we did practice whenever we could get together. And being a Southern boy,
growing up
in Georgia.
Georgia. Interesting. Okay.
And we did what you might expect as country boys, Christian home, in the Bible Belt. We started singing at churches. We cut our teeth at churches, and we went churches all over the South. And then we got a little bit of fame, and that would take us to, hey, come to our church in North Carolina. Hey, come to our church in South Carolina. Hey, come to our church in Virginia. So we'd move up and down, singing in different places, and it was great fun.
Yeah.
And for a while there, we were like the breadwinners. Now, we didn't know that as kids. We didn't know that my dad was having health issues with where he couldn't.
Breadwinners, as in you guys were getting paid.
We were getting paid, and we were supporting the family, but we didn't know. So my parents didn't ever put on us about financial issues. We just enjoyed, as far as we knew, we were having a good time, having fun. And my dad, we found out later, he couldn't do the work that he was doing because he was having some issues with his heart, and he overcame that, and he was able to go back to work, and everything was fine. But for a period of short time there, everything we were doing singing-wise was all the money that was coming into the house. Wow. And, of course, that's what
Your sister sing, too?
She does. Yeah. She does sing. Now
But she was the four boys.
The nucleus was sort of established at that point, and so she would sort of guest on a song here or there every once in a while, in one of our early albums. But funny thing enough is we have taken those albums now and we're transferring them to digital, and we're going to be going with the distributor company. Called Distro Kids.
Yeah.
And
what was the name of your group?
Well, we just called ourselves the Davis Brothers.
Okay.
And we're going to be distributing that. And it should be available at all the places out there in the interwebs, all the social places.
Your brothers still perform? Brother and sister still?
They do. They have performed with me a few times at some of my shows.
They're very good. He pulls his mother and his sister and his brothers together, and then Ryan said, "No, you sing this. No, you sing this. No, that's it. Okay." And it sounds
all in
fantastic.
The same, Sinatra genre.
Yeah.
Or
well, it depends. So we did our Christmas show, and so Christmas shows are very appealing to families and the family atmosphere. So I thought, why not bring my family up to sing a few songs with me? Yeah. Kind of like Andy Williams used to do. If you remember old Andy Williams, he would bring his family under in his Christmas shows. Yeah. And so we have done some shows with featuring not just my brothers and sisters, but sometimes my nephews and nieces from their families. Yeah. Because they're singing too. Jeez. And it's turned out very well.
Big group. I mean, you said
everyone loves singing. I'm the one who's really doing it for living a career, I guess. But I try to involve them wherever I can, and they have a love for it still. Yeah. So they're eager to jump in there and help me with something or sing with something.
Do they live kind of, not in a bad way, but vicariously? They're really happy for
It's
you.
allowing them to still stay in touch with that side, other than the karaoke and stuff they do, and stuff that, at their own homes. Yeah. They like to do that. But I featured them on some of my records as well, where I can. Yeah. In fact, there's a Christmas song. Now, Tom has heard it. Yeah. I wrote it, music, words, everything myself. Yeah. And I featured some of my family singing Christmas on that. I'm looking to get that released here soon in some way. I was thinking of trying to find a place where I might be able to shoot a Christmas video, some facility that would be lend itself to doing a Christmas video, and I just am struggling to find somebody who would do me a favor.
Who would do that? Who would that
has
be?
And
necessary.
I thought about asking Mike Natchez if he knew of a place.
Wow, and like a Christmas tree on this set or something.
Something.
Wow. But in the meantime,
yes.
Are you guys up for another live performance?
If it's me singing, I'd love to hear myself sing.
What do you think, Tom?
Do it.
Will you play keys?
Tom, would you play piano with it?
Can we get that killer sax player back too?
Yeah, where'd he go?
Yeah.
All right,
Jason.
Where'd he go?
And what do you think, Moon River?
Now that's a good one.
Well, will you guys do that?
He stuck around. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Will you do it here at the Sandbox Studio?
Come
on,
on,
Ride the Vibe.
Let's go.
All right, Moon River, and we'll come back and chat about it.
Here it comes.
I love it. on Ride the Vibe, you all.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Old dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and me. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and me.
Question. Could we do just one more of that song without any of the rhythm, just Tom and none of the computer with us all the way through, and that way you'll have a back and forth, see which actually works better. Tom, let's do it without rhythm. Let's do one without above it all. All right, this will be without the computer, and then you'll have one, the fake drums and bass. Where the drums and bass kicked in on that one, there was a little bit too long of a gap, but if you end up liking that one better, you can close down that gap, yeah. All right, from the top.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Old dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
That was unbelievable. We are back. You're
Timeless
back.
song.
Thanks, Jason. That was a saxophone player, Jason Mathias.
I love
Yeah,
it.
beautiful solo.
Yeah, and that, so Moon River, I crossed over going to see my parents on Skidaway Island down in Savannah every time.
Johnny
I-
Mercer's
Yes,
hometown,
yes,
isn't that right?
Yes, exactly. So just kind of, we're at the end. That was fantastic. I'm so blessed that we had a unique experience hearing Be Mine
Oh, yeah.
recorded live.
Pleasure.
We were able to feature this killer book from Scott McDonald.
I think that makes a perfect Christmas gift right there.
I think it does. It looks nice under the tree.
Yeah,
Get the colors,
Sure
red and
does.
green. So that's awesome.
That's right. That's
We've
right.
heard where you're going to perform, but any parting comments, anything? It's just been an honor, y'all.
Well,
I'll start with Tom.
okay. Why not? Beauty before age, my friend.
Well,
Take
yeah.
it away.
He's
Thank you.
speechless. He's speechless now.
I mean every word of it.
No, the thing, big band is difficult. And it's a lot of mouths to feed. It's a lot of talent on the stage. It's a lot of technical issues, a lot of musical issues. And to be able to do 8 or 9 or 10 big band concerts a year is just over the top for me. And and you've got to have talent like Rian starting from the top, and you've got to work a million issues. But when you do it and you pull it off, it's a marvelous, wonderful thing to experience, and hope it never dies.
Yeah, I love it. Amen.
I echo that. It's one of a kind experience to, aside from having a singer, just the musicianship on stage. If you've not seen 17, 18 men and women, talented musicians, work together in concert to make this beautiful sound, it's worth the price of any admission. And when you add a vocalist on top of it who is actually carrying a show, and we're not talking about shows that are commonplace, the style today, which is the artist gets up there and just sort of sings one song to the next. They might even tell you the name of the song. If they wrote it, they'll tell you that. What we do is a throwback show. I try to engage with the crowd. I try to talk and have some fun with them. And
What does crooner mean, Ron? Where did that come from? Crooner.
I'm not sure exactly. I think it's the way in which you present the song. It's different. It's not pop. Although there was a time when it was the popular style.
Right.
It's narrow. Who can do it?
Yeah.
Because it's very hard to do, as we talked about before. And it's a love for the melody and the lyric.
Yeah.
Too often today, what singers do and what the audience hears is everybody moving around the melody so much. Now, that's part of jazz, but they're moving around it so much that you can't really tell if they sing very well. Yeah. They're doing these vocal runs, as they would call it, these vocal gymnastics. And so you don't really know if their voice, what's the quality of their voice when they hold a long note? Yeah. Can they sustain that note? Do they have pleasant vibrato to their voice? Is it a pleasant sound? Are they keeping pitch when they hold it? These are the things, the mark of a good singer. This is why, and I'll digress a little bit, that show TV, the TV talent shows like American Idol. Yeah. This is why every once in a while you'll have a good judge on there, and he's good because he'll ask this question. I think Harry Connick Jr., a great singer and musician, he would ask these singers when they're up there doing all these vocal tricks and doing all these things to impress the judges. He would say, strip it down, let's do a ballad, slow it down, and don't do these runs. Hold that note out. Let's see what you've got. And a lot of times when those singers would try to do that, it would reveal
that they're not that good.
That they didn't have the vocals they thought they had. The only voice they had was one for an upbeat, very fast song, but nothing else. So a crooner is someone who can pretty much do it all and do it right, and in a way you are not going to be used to hearing.
And as I've heard it, this crooner here would like for Christmas a place to record a Christmas album or Christmas video.
That would be a very wonderful early Christmas gift.
I wonder where that could be.
Wow. All right. And on that note, we are out of here. Michael Litten, the last DJ.
No.
Yes, we have to go. We have to go. We're getting kicked out of the studio.